Tarryall Peak, and I linked up with Gage Kinkoph, and he's digging into a pocket right now. This is what we noticed. Oh! This is what we noticed first. It just keeps getting better. That thing is filled with clay. So this is the wall, and this runs up here along this crack. What a crystal!
It's only so deep. It's so gemmy, dude. That's so sick, dude.
And this is what we're working in. Just a vertical cavity going straight down. This is all the clay that came out in the very beginning. There was just some pine needles on it, so it looked like this was the surface, but no, it is not the surface. Be curious, move stuff around. We're gonna go deeper.
There's a couple off the walls, and then they're also coming off. They're sitting in the bottom in the clay. They're all dispersed in this beautiful iron-rich clay. Nice termed feldspar just popped out of that sidewall.
Check it out. I'm screening this because everything from above and right here. Do you see that luster? Tell me what kind of crystal that is.
That's topaz all day.
Coming up. Gage just said, get the camera. Oh, like water.
It's a beaut.
Pockets. One there, it's been worked over though. Let's see what's up in this. Where we see these joints. Cavities love to form along these joints. Like here's another example. Jointed and cavity forming right along the joint. Following that up could be productive. And we got climbing gear today, so nothing is off limits. Really doesn't look like anything going on in there, but best bet is going to be following that up and around to the other side of this outcrop.
So I thought this was a piece of ice. Topaz.
You can work getting into the rock or just pick it off the surface. Gage found the topaz on the surface right over there.
Gotta reiterate that we've just gone around the base of that big cliff face and found the very same pocketing joints, which we're looking at across the valley right now. I climbed up that outcrop and noticed pockets were consistently occurring. Those had been prospected, so I climbed down, headed across the valley, and that's where we are now. So check out what's behind me.
Two mirals going in both directions there. Up here, more on this same rock. Let me just show you its development. I mean, we have going like this because they're all occurring in succession across the side of it. That one's so deep you can hardly see the back. Maybe something worth exploring up there. And then over here, I put this down just to redirect us. Right there, that luster is not quartz luster. Topaz fragment.
Oh, check that out, dude.
Is that a topaz?
It's a topaz. Let's go, dude. Oh, yeah.
Some old pockets. It doesn't look too great, all except for there. But over here, looks like it was putting out a lot more quartz. Quality, so-so. I mean, it's actually not bad. It looks like it's been worked pretty recently. I like to put a topaz under my tongue, honing beacon, seeking more topaz. All about that woo 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 woo, about that woo woo. And here's why. Check it out. That it sticks out like a sore thumb. This is a Tarryall topaz crystal.
Bro. What?
I think we should spend some time up here.
Yeah.
Topaz crystals like that size don't occur just randomly. Or maybe they do in the Tarryalls, and I'm yet to discover how they do. Let's figure out why that crystal occurred where it did. I've circled the area. There's minerals here in the center of the frame, here, 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 and check it out. So like we established before, do you see that how jointed that granite is? That's directly in line with this coming this way, and then coming this way further, following these joints. And we're gonna just walk right up to the spot in line with the joints. Just gonna take a quick glance. Jointed up here. Yeah, right there. So right in the joints, right between the joints. When you find a bigger crystal, you kind of become obsessed with the area a bit, but it's important to take a step back and look at the overall system. So Gage and I are trying to determine the origin of where all this stuff came from. And so we're thinking, based on the joint theory going that way, that this was once a cavity and all of this stuff is kind of eroded. So check it out. I'm just working in this pile right here, and that right there is another.
What?
Can you wipe it off, please?
No.
We're in the sweet spot, man.
You didn't even tell me anything.
I'm sorry. I freaked out on the inside. I had to replay the sequence how it was. Why are the terminations so good?
Right there, bro.
Dude,
This wasn't dug. This wasn't dug.
Maybe it wasn't. It seemed, I thought it was dug. I told Gage, I thought someone already went through this, that the first topaz crystal was the last basket that they were classifying, and they were at the end of their day. It was probably night and they missed it. It was right there. But then right here, there's more. And everything around it is just ugly. Like, it's just, Gage did find a clean quartz crystal just now, and that's why we started honing in on this area specifically at the apex. It couldn't have come from anywhere but here. Hello, moon. The sky looks like it's daytime out. It's so bright. Full moon. Gathering of the elk. Thing's the biggest herd I've ever seen. Yeah.
What does it call?
I don't know how to make this sound. Daniel knows how to make this sound.
Oh, there's a low bowl right there.
Yeah. Oh, wow, it's beautiful.
Okay, this is the biggest herd I've ever seen. So many. Dude, look how many are.
I can't believe my eyes right now. This is like a migration. Really.
Still mystified on the origin of these two fat big blue topaz, we spent about 3 hours at this location, and this is a classic depiction of what an old Colorado prospect looks like. stuff that someone has already gone through. We did do a walk around the perimeter, and at about 20-meter radius, there was evidence of old prospects, but doesn't explain why this material is here. But we do know that joints were traveling up through this region and likely produced pockets that eroded and were prospected, therefore putting all that material right where it is now. If anyone else has an alternative theory, I would love to hear it. Otherwise, we split everything 50-50. All the Smokies came from that initial pocket from the beginning of the video, and then the Topaz came from throughout the Tarryalls. I am certainly a fan of inclusions, and Topaz is no exception. This is a common trademark of Tarryall Topaz, these red web-like inclusions, and the blue color of the Topaz is an allochromatic effect, meaning the color is derived from lattice defects versus trace element impurities, which is a great thing because it means they will not fade in the sunlight. A final observation is something Gage pointed out: always check your quartzes for topaz. This one does have a topaz rider, that golden color, and especially check them if you have confirmed presence of phenakite, fluorite, or topaz in the environment. And remember, if anyone finds this spot and they figure out what's going on here, let me know in a comment. I'd love to have confirmation on what's good with it geologically. Go get out there. Woo, 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 woo.